Hello, my name is Benjamin Herring and I am currently a freshman at Temple University studying business. I grew up in a city by the name of Yardley, Pennsylvania, and I attended a high school of 4,000 students by the name of Pennsbury High School. Being in high school this big made me mature very quickly. Also, I learned the key concepts of competition while being in a high school this big. From day one freshman year, I knew that I had to compete with everyone if I wanted to get what I want. Throughout my whole entire life, I played sports. I played baseball and hockey throughout my whole life. Also, during my years at Pennsbury, I played 3 years of varsity ice hockey and 3 years of varsity baseball. This was very important to me because I learned how to compete to get on the team, and I learned once I was on the team, I needed to compete with other people to get the starting positions. I learned the key concept of competition by doing this. I always outworked my opponents, and I always was the winner in fighting for that position because I understood what competition was. I had to work harder and be better to get what I wanted in life. Also, being involved in sports, it taught me many leadership qualities. Some leadership qualities I've picked up were through a Pennsbury baseball camp that I was a counselor. I was a counselor at this camp, and I had to lead children to become better baseball players. My task for this was I had to be a role model, a teacher, and a leader for these kids. At first I was very intimidated because I've never dealt with kids before. But as time went on, I realized that these kids looked up to me and that I was a role model to them. After realizing this, it felt really good that these kids were looking up to me. It made me become a leader, and it made me develop many of my skills that I have today. I led these kids, and we had a great week that we worked really hard, and they became better at baseball. I made sure that the team was functional and that we were accomplishing our goals every day that we had to. I made sure that these kids also had a very fun time, and all of my campers loved me in the end. I still hear some of them talk about me to this day, and that is a very good feeling, and that really made me a leader. Being a leader also led me into having one of the biggest accomplishments of my entire life. My last year of hockey, this past year, my senior year, I won the Most Valuable Player award for my ice hockey team. Winning this award did not come through just my talents, but it came through my leadership qualities. Although I had a very good year and we were very successful, I believe that I won this award through my leadership qualities. Every single game I was giving pregame speeches, I was talking to them in between periods, and I was teaching everyone how to become a better hockey player. Also, by doing this, I was making sure that the team had great chemistry and everyone was getting along and working together very well. By doing this, I achieved this award, and everyone around me saw that I was being the great leader I was. I was a captain on the team, and I knew that I needed to have everyone be together as a whole. Also, another thing I did was during practice, I was a role model for all the younger kids. By doing this, I was accomplishing that the younger kids need to act how I act so they can pass that on and the program can be stronger once I leave. My leadership qualities helped me win this award, and that was a great feeling because talent does not just win you an award like that. It is being a great leader and achieving the goals that you want to achieve. Now, throughout this class, I've learned many great concepts about the business world. I've learned everything in business, and it has been a great experience. One of the most important, interesting things that I've learned is culture. I did not know that culture was so important in business, but as I read into it, I learned that culture is basically a business. Without a great culture, a business will not be as successful as it should be. And that is true, because culture is what strives the business to do well in the market. I believe that with a company with a great culture, they're going to be successful no matter what. Culture is made up of many norms and attitudes that lead into what you believe in and how everyone acts around the business. In a Wall Street Journal article, I read that the CIO, if they have a new position, the most critical thing they can learn is the culture. I've also read in this article that have the CIOs take some step backs from their paperwork and their work so they can learn the culture of the company and understand their team dynamics and their team goals. By doing this, they get to know everyone that works around them, and everyone works together much better. I also learned that culture is broken down into 5 dimensions. The first dimension being power distance, second dimension being uncertainty and avoidance, third dimension being individualism and collectivism, fourth dimension being masculinity and femininity, and the fifth dimension being long-term and short-term orientation. I did not know that culture was made up of these 5 dimensions, but reading into them, I learned that this is what culture is. If I owned a business, my first priority would be that everybody knows the culture and that everyone knows each other and knows the team dynamics and the team goals that we have set forth. Everyone needs to know that the business is run in a certain way and not how everyone wants it to be run. Everyone needs to believe in the culture to be successful. I found this very cool because I did not know that culture meant this much in a business. With all the types of beliefs and ethnicities today, not everyone is on the same page, but with a strong culture and strong motivation to help your team get to work, your team will be very successful if they all believe in the culture and come together as one. Without this, you will not be very successful. I really enjoyed learning about culture, and that is why I talked about this with you today. Thank you very much.